so many different things going on social media that I don't have time to demonstrate to you all that I'm in the know. I just want you all to realize, those that are my subscribers and those that watch me, that I'm fully aware on the front lines of all news outlets, all social media outlets, all my content carriers that I subscribe to. I know what's going on in the real world, and I know what's going on in entertainment. The most current, accurate events. I don't want to sit here and try to demonstrate to you that I'm in the know. All I'm going to say to you is that there'll come a time when I realize that my voice is being heard. My work has been done over all these years, and it's kind of like I played around. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not trying to be on a level. I'm not trying to be on a level where it's like I want that real spotlight. So I'm going to slow my black ass down because it's coming real fast, real soon. That somebody, they already been trying to contact me behind closed doors for real. They know I matter. What's going on, Don? Good morning. Good morning. Come ride with me, bro. We're going to make power moves. I'm just slowing my black ass up a little bit. That's all I'm doing. I ain't scared of these streets, but I know I got some ops. For real, in real life. My shit picking up so fast. It's like you gotta separate the boys from the men, or the men from the boys, whichever one. But we got World War III examples seeming like about to set off, and somebody has to really back up what they say and what they're going to do. Over here, in the hip hop world, we got a little bit of turmoil that could turn into some big shit. And, you know, what's so amazing about this social media, about life period, is be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. And if you ain't prepared for it, it's going to come in a nasty way. Now, minor things can be fixed. Minor things can be fixed. But the realest of the real, what's up, Eric? Good morning. But the realest of the real trappers, the real ones with paperwork, will rise to the top without issue. But you gotta realize also there's a lot of politics that come with this bullshit of the trap god. And I'm trying to show y'all I ain't scared of you motherfuckers out here in the real world. Y'all have been bullshitting me, the trap god. But I'm not here for your entertainment purposes. I got white supremacy staring at me now, dead in my eyes. They can no longer deny the truth. All they can do is do what they always have been doing. Either you line up with them or they try to destroy you. They're haters, man, and they ain't never gonna be the same. Overnight, I can have everything I want on social media. Everything. And I see it coming. But I have to be very careful in terms of what I say and what I do. This is a hobby for me. This social media. And some people take this shit realer than real because they jealous. But the truth of the matter, real shit is popping off. I already know Texas knows who I am. I already know Michigan knows who I am. I already know Detroit knows who I am. Well, I said Michigan. I mean, Ohio knows who I am. Louisiana knows who I am. California knows who I am. A lot of people are addicted to social media. Yeah, you're right. Those letters are so small, bro. But I'm acknowledging that I'm reading you. I'm about to make this power move, go back over and get some money on the other side of town. I'm gonna take a pill, which I normally don't do, but I want clarity, man. We ain't playing no more motherfucking games no more in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? It's like in the hip hop world, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar were supposed to battle each other. J. Cole gracefully bowed out. He ain't want that true smoke. So Drake and Kendrick Lamar was supposed to battle. Drake dropped his shit. And then out of left field, just straight out of nowhere, here comes the boss, Rick Ross. Talk about it, people. Let's talk about it. He just came out of left field and shut all that shit down. If I was Kendrick Lamar, I wouldn't even put out shit. I would make a phone call to Rick Ross telling him thank you. Let me take this pill, this allergy pill real quick. I don't do drugs, but that shit kind of helped me a little bit, so I guess they work. But I only want one. Non-drowsy, and it stopped me from sniffling. It was doing it. So I like what I heard from Rick Ross. I really like that. Not the music, but he came with the real shit. I'm not saying I don't like the music. I do like the music. The whole thing was on point with what I would do as a boss. Put your boy in his place. And he talking facts. Bob, big up, bro. Big up. What's up, Lewis? Let me give you a wrench and wrench you up. You wrenched up now, brother. Come on in. Welcome. We about to roll to the trap. You know what I'm saying? I roll these Texas streets, nigga. Only haters hate me, for real, for real. I don't want to shine. I'm going to look the ugliest. I'm going to go for the grimiest. I'm going to go for fuck all y'all. I see everything and everybody in these streets. All I can do is continue to do me. I'm independent. I don't need no validation, nigga. I did my work on this earth. And as I go through my trials and tribulations, I could die at any time. Or I could be killed by my adversaries. Niggas who ain't about shit in life. Yup, keep doing you. Appreciate that, bro. I'm sitting, thinking about a master plan. And I don't need no woman to validate me because I'm not chasing them. I know they come with the territory. I don't need no validation from social media propaganda. I don't need no white supremacy to love me or hate me. You don't make me. And I don't need Hollywood to make me think I'm somebody. I've already been to Hollywood. I've already been all over Hollywood. In the 90s. It's 2024. We already go almost into 2025. And I'm a dog out this motherfucker, man. This motherfucking mind of mine is great. They can watch all they want. They know who I am. What you gonna do? Kill or be killed? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Stop fucking with me. The rap god, the trap god. I do this shit too easily, man. Y'all know who I am. Fuck what y'all talking about trying to figure me out. Every time I run up on somebody or somebody run up on me, you want to come with that arrogant shit and try to make me feel belittled and docile me. Fuck you. I don't need you in my life. Only thing you can do is destroy. Little kid shit. Talk down about a motherfucker. He ain't the real one. He ain't the real one. You ain't talking shit. My voice speaks louder than my words. But my words emphasize everything that needs to be told. I'm the trap god, baby. And I know how to rap. Fuck what you say. This is hip-hop. But I also have a brain. No matter what elements I'm going through. I don't want to be long-winded about this shit. But you can't play me. Delete me. Cancel me. Make me feel obsolete. I'm a factor in these streets. Because if I wasn't, then why y'all trying to stop me? Huh? Huh? Why every time I put up a video, you want to try to stop me? Huh? I ain't gotta be affiliated with gangs and other motherfuckers who see me as a man talk down about me. Women ain't around me because I ain't reaching out for them. But if I wanted it, it could have been done. It already been done. I know what pussy's like. I know the mindset of what a female's like. Here we go. Haters. The light is motherfucking red and the haters are creeping. You know me. Let's get it done, nigga. I'll let one of my little homies talk to y'all for a hot second. He gonna put things in order. His name is Carcino for life. I shouldn't even do this shit, man. I should just rap for y'all. Take my anger out. Let me calm down so y'all can hear me, though. Because, see, some of you motherfuckers can't internalize when a true God is speaking. I promise you, don't get twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't tongue wrestle with some bullshit. I come with the real papers, dog. Set me in front of anybody, nigga. I'ma talk what I talk and back it up with my own paperwork. I don't need to fabricate the fraud. Listen on my way to work. Respect, OG. I appreciate that. These real dons in this motherfucker, man, they ain't just pawns on the game. They been bishops in my chest. These niggas know me for over years. I got shit that I done spit over years. I'm coming like the boss, Ricky Ross. And I ain't even really never checked Rick Ross out like that, listening to his music. But I saw something, I said, damn, this nigga right here just came out of left field. He done did the Diddy thing. He was the closest one to Biggie, emulating his style. And nobody had shit to really say about it. He done been the one that went up against 50 Cent and did good. He done told Drake and son Drake, you my son, nigga. You stood on stage and told everybody, you my favorite rapper. He done son this nigga, man. Call him a white boy. Put him in his place and let him know this is hip-hop music, dog. We don't play games. We got a California nigga over there named Kendrick Lamar. Stand up, Kendrick, and say your shit, boy. We got some niggas over in Virginia who need to speak. Come on, Clips. I'm not down to nobody. Talk about it. Speak your word. Bring real hip-hop back. Well, one nigga from Canada, he ain't a foundational black American. This nigga's a culture vulture. He just come out of nowhere and just take over because he like 99% of his fans are female. On some cannabis shit. But we want some real talk. We want somebody from here who can lead. And if there's another nigga out there that can take over Rick Ross, let it be known. We don't want no singing. We don't want no bullshit. We want some thorough motherfucker. Where Jay-Z at? We don't give a fuck about ageism. Where you at, Jay? Why don't you go ahead and challenge Rick Ross to get the throne started back? Where Ye at? Write your own shit, Kanye. Stop DJ Academics and Joe Button for sitting on a podcast talking some dumb shit about Drake. He's a singer. Let's get a real rapper. Who's the most thorough? Fuck Eminem. We want an African-American black, foundational black American to step up to the plate and represent hip-hop. We don't want nobody else who don't got shit to do with hip-hop who's black. We want black, thorough. We want the god of rap. Who is the god of rap? Y'all tell me who he is. Is it Nas? Is it Jay-Z? We want a nigga born in America to represent Point blank. You ain't born in America, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Tired of hearing about all these niggas that's coming and fucking with rap. And you ain't born in America where rap, the foundation of hip-hop. Who is the god of rap? Who is it? DJ Academics, you from Jamaica? You ain't the authority of this shit. You an instigator. You hater. Yeah, name him. Name him, nigga. Name him. Name him. Name him. Who is the god of rap? Who is he? Fuck that weirdo shit. Where's he at, motherfuckers? Before Tariq Nasheed put out this movie called Hip Hop, we need the god of rap. We don't need no fucking comedy show. Niggas steal each other's words. It's called biting back in the day. You biting off somebody, nigga. Don't worry about what I look like. Don't worry about what I look like. Worry about what you hear with the message, nigga. Let's ride, bro. Let's ride. You set some shit up so I can spit some bars, nigga. That's how I take out my anger. Y'all got me fucked up. I know how to rap, nigga. I know how to speak. I done did my work in these streets. I ain't worried about a motherfucking thing none of you people on this earth are saying to me. None of you. If there's a stage, a pay-per-view, if there's an area which niggas need to step up on the stage, I don't want to see no fraudulent motherfucker, man. No industry nigga who ain't thorough. Where you at, 50 Cent? No, you already did your shit with Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out of left field and threw a shot, and he ain't even my favorite rapper. I'm just listening to, like, that's some thorough shit right there, man. How you gonna let a son, a little boy, step up to a real gentleman and a man? Who's next? Anybody put your name, put the name of the rapper that can represent if an alien came to this motherfucker. Where you at, Jadakiss? If there's a New York nigga, we don't need no singing. Step up, New York nigga. I don't care what your age is. Step up. Where you at? All over America. All over the world. Who represents hip-hop? The real shit. Where you at? Five. We need a microphone master, bruh. Like Rakim says, I'm a fiend. Is the real hip-hop god dead? Is that what the problem is? Is that what the problem is? Is the real hip-hop master dead? And that's why we can't get a real god to step up? All these motherfucking fake imitators out here, bitch. I've been rapping for years. I don't need to be commercialized. I'm not talking about is hip-hop dead. Is the real hip-hop god, the one that controls the microphone master. Is he or she dead or alive? We need somebody to represent, man. I don't want to see no commercial ass nigga representing hip hop no fucking more. We don't need to get to this level to stand still and have a stalemate. We don't need to work anymore over time, waiting for a nigga to step up. If you can rap, bitch, stand up and represent hip hop. And it don't have to come from all these other angles. You want genius? Show it and tell it. Fuck what you saying. Let's ride, bro. Show it and tell it. Let me let my little homie talk to y'all real quick.
From Romania, sitting up in there.
Hold on. Y'all got me.
Saying they Israel.
You got me fucked up.
It's like, you're Romanian. The hell? What are you talking about? Romania is not in Israel. It's common. They gotta make it, they have to make it make sense to me.
Make a little bit intelligent before I get relevant in these streets.
People were put in there to facilitate Israel. They're not from there. No.
We talking about real wars, baby.
Of course we were already here.
We black people.
We have been everywhere.
I got everything you need.
Here's another thing that they've told you that was
everything.
Lies. The earth split. It was a big earthquake and all the dinosaurs died and they split. It's not happening. Okay, things over time, yes, there were earthquakes, but the way they tell you the earth split is terrible. Over time, the water currents wear down and break up the lands and move the lands apart and shift them into different areas. Hawaii and Japan get closer every year. So when everything was splitting, it didn't split at the same times. When people was pilgrimaging on foot, they were going up to other areas to set up their lands and tribes. Walk to these lands. Walk to all these things that we sitting here saying, oh, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. People have climbed mountains to get into certain areas. And they built their village and stayed there because they didn't want to be living by the laws of this land and this guy governing that, and they get exiled, they go. So they go and they take their family and they go build their own, on their own land. Be like, this is mine. Take the wood, chop some trees down, build a hut. they called America was already occupied. Already occupied. But what do they do? They come and they conquer and take over and homicide. Pocahontas, they made it like a beautiful love story. That was a slaughter.
Talking about the real hip-hop. And the motherfucking rappers out here talking that shit.
Yes, they were blacks, they were Indians, they all were here. That's why the land has been named all these land states were already named by the Indians. Ohio, Iowa, Chicago, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan.
Fair use. YouTube, fair
Ohio. These are Indian names. Milwaukee. These are all Indian names and proverbs. They owned all these lands. They named them. So the entire Midwest is definitely Indian. Right, Cincinnati. You can go on and on. North Dakota, South Dakota, Dakota period, Nebraska. So do I know the definition of racist? White people. That's all I need to know.
Talk about it, people.
End of the question. The end of story.
White supremacy. You live in denial
End of story.
all you want.
Do I know the definition of racist? White people. Let's move forward. That's it.
Trapped all my fucking life, rapping all my fucking life. I'm trippity, rap, trap.
As you can see, they're not playing games. Iran wasn't bluffing. Why would they bluff? They really not a bluffing people. Now, everyone else is gonna try to keep you calm. Right? Now, Israel said, we're gonna respond back for them shooting these drones. Oh, they want you to do that. Iran wants you to try to come back with something. And the United States is gonna try to join in with him, and y'all gonna mess up and start what they want to kick off anyway. Y'all gonna fall into this booby trap. And y'all doing it right during election time. Biden wanna kick this off. Have you seen the movie Civil War? They keep talking about, oh, that's Trump is the president in there. I'm like, that's Biden. Biden gonna try to go for a historic third term.
Fair use. I'm gonna rap later on. I just want y'all to listen to this shit. I don't have to put the news out here. It ain't fake news. I just want to let y'all know, man, it ain't me just talking about this.
Well, that's what they want to do anyway. People look at situations. Biden wants this attention, fighting for America, standing up against terrorists.
Unclear specifically what we're seeing and where this is, but we know that the Iron Dome and the intercepts have been at play, including assets from the United States. They have been responding and intercepting some of those projectiles. Let's bring in ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, who is joining us now on the phone. Martha, you've been sending some emails, some reports from your sources. What do we know about these missiles and drones that Iran is sending to Israel now?
With the U.S. official I've been speaking to this evening said they expect 400 to 500 drones and missiles to be heading towards Israel. That is clearly happening right now. As you know, many wave of drones were launched several hours ago. The missiles have been launched more recently, just about 150 missiles so far, but then that swarm of drones. And the Iranians have timed this so they all go towards their target at once. They are indeed trying to overwhelm the air defenses. Another really important point here is that the U.S. is clearly involved in trying to intercept. The U.S. official told me they're trying to intercept everything they can. They're doing that from the Red Sea. They're doing that from the Mediterranean and throughout the Middle East where they do have air defenses. Others are trying to help as well. This comes after the Iranians warned the U.S. not to help, to stay out of it. Basically, according to this U.S. official, Iranians said to the U.S., if you don't involve yourselves in this, we will stay away from you. And yet, tonight we are seeing that the U.S. is shooting down missiles, drones, whatever they can do to keep them away from Israel and to try to keep Israelis safe. They've also, according to this U.S. official, these drones and missiles are headed towards 3 military facilities. They said they do not think they are purposely aiming at civilian areas. These are not completely accurate drones or missiles, and there could certainly be, as Brett pointed out, some sort of damage from these, not only from the missiles or drones themselves that they may not be able to intercept, but from falling debris as well with.
And Martha, we know that Israel has one of the most sophisticated air defense systems in the world. We talk about the Iron Dome and then the support from the U.S. now. Is it your sense in talking to your sources that the magnitude of this attack from Iran is a surprise in any way, or is this consistent with what they were expecting?
I think it is a surprise. I think it is larger than they expected, much worse than they expected, and they are so focused on trying to get these missiles and drones down. But even if they get 85% of them down, it's bound to hit something. They're bound for some of those missiles or drones to get through to their target. If right now what we're seeing, and Britt, they're right in the middle of it, seeing these swarms of drones, these swarms of missiles that really could overwhelm the system.
Stand by for us for a moment, if you could. I want to go back to Britt Clennon, because Britt, I understand you're hearing sirens right now in Jerusalem. If you're able to hear us, can you tell us what you're seeing, what you're hearing?
At the moment, we're not. That doesn't mean that it's not happening in other parts of Jerusalem, but this does seem to be a period of eerie quiet, especially after we heard those several interceptions and, as I say, the wailing of the air raid sirens. But as far as I can see, it doesn't seem like there are any interceptions at the moment or any imminent danger.
Okay, Britt, thank you. Martha, I'd like to bring you back in here because you were talking about the calculation from the U.S. And of course, for weeks, the move has been to try to prevent an escalation across the region. What does this do to our position right now? And how does the U.S. respond militarily?
I think the U.S. will do everything possible not to respond militarily. They want to put themselves in a defensive position to defend Israel, not to go after Iran. But what they are most worried about now is how Israel responds to this, what Israel does, and proportional, how do they look at a proportional after what they have just seen? If indeed there is loss of life, I would imagine that Israel's response will be larger than if there is not. And that's one of those things that the president and his national security team are talking about tonight. They have obviously been in touch with Israel all week, and the Israelis about how they would respond, trying to tamp this down. But with 400, 500 possible drones and missiles expected this evening, it's pretty hard to tell Israel what to do.
And Martha,
Well, here's the thing. Yep. Now, as this war is going to kick off, thanks, Richard. Now, what's going on here is the United States needs an election. They need something to stop the Trump momentum. All of a sudden, here comes a war, here comes a bomb going off. Boom. In Iran. Now, Iran didn't start this. They lost some of their members. They had a funeral. They had everything go down. They lost 6 people that was very high ranked, that was up there in their rankings, in their systems, in their regime. So now you know that they're going to want to respond. And Iran is a very serious place. They don't let certain movies play in their country. Homosexuality does not exist in their country. If you are having homosexual feelings or you acting out on that, oh buddy,
it's all
it's
smashed.
not gonna go well for you.
But thank you, I
You
appreciate
decide you
that.
wanna go steal something,
I appreciate that, man.
not gonna go
Damn,
well
I
for you.
do. Thank you. I love you for that, man. For real. These white motherfuckers is holding me down for no reason. I ain't did shit to nobody. All I do is create. Over 10 to 15 years of creating on YouTube.
They're very
Motherfuckers
thorough.
keep sabotaging me.
Now the Israelis said they didn't do it, and no matter if they did it or not, it happened. So
We're gonna get
they
to
either
the
better
rap.
find out who did it,
We're gonna get to the entertainment, but we gotta know where we at, what we dealing
deal
with
with the
first.
people that did it themselves, or face Iran's wrath. Now, Iran has told the United States, you stay out of it, and nothing's gonna happen to your troops. If you get involved, you gonna get it too. And they ain't playing.
Welcome to my
So I hope they understand what this details. They're not playing. Biden had to cut his vacation short and go to the White House and do some work. He didn't like that. He had to come off his vacation to deal with this.
we know that President Biden and Prime Minister Netanyahu have a frosty relationship. They had a conversation recently, but is there any suggestion that, when the U.S. or President Biden makes these pleas to Netanyahu and his government, that they would actually listen to them or continue to go forward with their own plans?
Well, over the several months, President Biden, of course, has been talking to Prime Minister Netanyahu, asking them to please let more humanitarian aid into Gaza, to please take more care with civilian casualties. And Prime Minister Netanyahu has basically said, this is our fight, stay out of it, essentially. The White House keeps going back to them. They're getting stronger and stronger on that. And yet, this situation tonight is so unpredictable. We don't know how this will end. We don't know what we'll get through, if anything. down. We're obviously hoping nothing gets through to Israel, and all of these are shot down. But it is, just as you say, it's a very fraught relationship, and Israel is right in the middle of a huge escalation right now.
All right, Martha Raddatz for us, our Chief Global Affairs Correspondent. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. I want to bring in our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, who's been tracking all of this. Selena, we know that President Biden was supposed to be continuing his weekend in Delaware, but he went back to the White House early today to meet with his national security team. They were in the Situation Room. What are you hearing from the administration right now?
Exactly, when he cut his weekend trip short, and I'm told by officials that he has been holed up in the Situation Room for hours, and they're just wrapping that meeting up with his top national security advisors. The president, though, he's making very clear tonight that America's support of Israel's defense is ironclad, despite that very frosty relationship between Netanyahu and President Biden is for just he is making that distinction very clear. Now, look, the White House is on high alert. They've been on high alert for days, and officials tell me that anxieties here are running very high because the U.S. is very worried about how Israel could respond to this and how this could widen this war. This is exactly what the president has been avoiding thus far. He's been very careful to calibrate and to message to all of the partners and allies to Israel not to escalate and to contain this.
And President Biden was asked this week, what's your message to Iran if they're considering an attack on Israel? His message was pretty blunt. He said, don't. That said, Selena, the White House has been pressed repeatedly about what the response would be from the U.S. We heard Martha talking about this, that the U.S. for the most part in a supporting role here. But do you have any more information about what our involvement could be? I know that we sent new additional resources to the region. We're talking ships and manpower. What can you tell us about that?
Exactly where, I mean, the U.S. was trying to prepare for this situation, that they wanted to avoid this. So they were already surging military assets to the region because a big vulnerability here is U.S. forces. So they want to protect those U.S. forces in the region. And for days now, the U.S. has been telegraphing to Iran, as you say, do not do this. Do not target U.S. forces. The U.S. has made clear that they didn't know about this Damascus strike beforehand. They weren't involved in it. Their message to Iran is don't get us involved. So that is very much the message the president. It's unclear what this relationship like with Netanyahu is going to be going forward and trying to understand what the Israeli response is going to be. Remember, not too long ago, President Biden issued his strongest criticism of Netanyahu yet and said, if you don't do more, if you don't do enough to protect civilians in Gaza, then we could change our policy towards Israel. That could mean withholding U.S. aid if Israel doesn't do enough. And officials tell me that what the president has laid out in terms of getting more humanitarian aid in, opening those border crossings, officials tell me that is really the president's baseline. And if even that doesn't get accomplished, then we've got a problem here.
Selena Wang for us at the White House. Thank you so much. Let's bring in Colonel Steve Ganyard, our ABC News contributor. And Steve, I just want to talk about the unprecedented nature of this attack. Iran going after Israel directly within its borders. Have we ever seen anything like this?
Well, we've never seen an attack directly by Iran on Israel. That's unprecedented. But the numbers here are what's so amazing, Rit. 400 to 500 incoming drones and missiles. That's unprecedented for any air defense system. Now, we know that the Israelis have the most sophisticated and capable integrated air and missile defense capability. But 400 to 500 means that it probably is almost inevitable that some are going to get through. It's interesting to look at the kinds of videos that we see bringing from Jerusalem. We're talking about the Iron Dome, and everybody's familiar with the Iron Dome and what that does against some of the short-range missiles coming out of Gaza. But the Israelis have a layered defense, so it's Iron Dome at the lower altitudes. Then there's another system called David Sling, which is the medium altitudes. And then for very high ballistic missile intercepts, there's the Arrow 2 missile. And so a lot of what we seem to be seeing here is not, it's more of the David Sling. It's less Iron Dome. So David Sling, a bit of a newer system, but it does reach up higher, and it does seem to be intercepting these incoming Iranian attacks at a higher altitude.
So, Steve, let me ask you more about that, because, you know, beyond the drones, and we're talking about potentially hundreds from Iran tonight, we also know that they have an elaborate ballistic missile system. Talk to us about the difference and the type of damage that these missiles could do. This is very different than like the rockets that we typically see being shot from like Gaza or from Hezbollah into Israel.
Right. There's still conflicting reports about whether the Iranians actually have launched ballistic missiles. But that's what that Arrow 2 system is. It's a very high altitude ballistic missile interceptor. So it's not easy to intercept ballistic missiles, but the Arrow 2 has proven quite capable. So that's the real concern here, because if Iran starts launching these long-range ballistic missiles, that is going to provoke Israel in a way to make sure that its response is going to be overwhelming. So what we see tonight with 400 to 500 missiles and drones coming inbound, I think that the Iranians have bought themselves a retaliatory strike that will be much more from the Israelis than they provided tonight.
And what could an Israeli retaliatory strike look like?
Well, Israel has a lot more capability to project power than Iran does. So they have a very capable Air Force. They have F-35 stealth fighters, very capable F-15s. They have cruise missiles that can be launched from submarines and from ships. So the air power, the capability of the Israeli Air Force is far beyond anything that the Iranians have. And the Israeli Air Force can own the airspace over Iran. So between that and the ships at sea, the Israelis have a lot of options in how they retaliate.
Steve, another thing that has surprised a lot of people in watching this play out tonight, Jerusalem, not typically a place where you would see, rockets or projectiles shot to. Obviously a mixed population. You have Jews, you have Muslims, and these holy sites. And you talked about the potential for something going wrong. Even if they weren't targeting a place like Jerusalem, if one of these projectiles or a rocket dropped and injured civilians, how significant would something like that be?
Yeah, well, apparently the Iranians would claim that they're only going after military sites. There is a significant missile base that is very close to Jerusalem, so that may be what Brett is seeing and hearing. If they do go after military bases, then obviously the Israelis have put quite a bit of their air defenses around those military bases. But it's one of these things where the more that comes in, it's more of a problem to solve, and it makes it much more difficult for the Iron Dome and the David Sling and the Arrow to figure out what's incoming and a danger and what's not, with this idea that if you hit them, where does the debris go? Does it hurt people on the ground?
And Steve, let's talk about the U.S. here. We know that we're shooting down some of these projectiles, but what's the likelihood this draws us deeper into a regional conflict now?
This is the real concern, because we know that the Iranians earlier in the week were very clear that if the U.S. helped Israel defend against the attack that Iran said was coming, that U.S. forces in the region would become fair game. So we have forces in Iraq, we have forces in Jordan, we have forces in the Red Sea. So all of a sudden, after weeks of the Iranian surrogates not coming after U.S. forces in the region, we now know that these forces are now fair game and open to attack by Iran. So there's a real danger here that if Iran miscalculates and goes after U.S. forces, and it's clear that Iran was the instigator, then that could very easily draw the U.S. into a wider Middle East war.
That's true.
Do not be afraid.
And that's going to be hell on wheels. You have to understand something, people. They're not bluffing.
Trap for life. Almost lost my fuck.
I would start stocking up on canned goods and medical supplies. Water also. Bottled water, all these things are going to be resources you're going to need.
Supply and demand. If that region gets shut down, we got issues, big issues here in America. Believe that. Y'all need to be informed about what's going on in the real world instead of sitting around in a delusional state of mind. That shit could affect everything over here in America.
A lot of people don't know how to generate fairly a direction where they could be successful. King Juan. This is always going to be there. Israel will always be at war until the original children of Israel, of the real citizens, come home. It will always be at war. The real citizens of Israel return. And until that happens, Israel will always be at war.
White supremacy can't stand a black person, man. They can't stand black people. And you got to stop avoiding the real. They hate us with a fucking passion, dude, for no fucking reason. For no reason whatsoever. Thanks for riding with me, y'all. I got nothing but love.
This is survival. That's it. Combat and yep. That's why I said, if you on the Patreon, this is what we're covering. This is what we're gonna be bringing to you. We're gonna be teaching survival this week.
Survival of the fittest.
Learn how to survive in these adverse situations.
Niggas just kicking in your front door. Front door.
It's all needed.
Welcome to these Texas streets. We over here in North Richland Hills right now. Currently in Texas, the state of Texas, biggest on the map.
Well, you gotta understand that there's a lot of activity that's being added to the situation to basically heighten it.
Heighten the war. I should have got some gas. I'll get on the other side. I'm straight. Thanks for riding with me, y'all. Appreciate that shit. You heard me? I'm the trap guy, the rap guy.
Well, when other people start paying attention to what's at stake or what the main situations are, they'll start to figure it out for themselves. They'll say, oh, okay, I get it now.
Get it now, huh? Let's do a little bit of something.
People don't want to hear what you think about something. They want to hear what you know that could keep people alive, that could keep people safe. Believe me, if it starts hitting the fan, believe me, nobody gonna be thinking about your black ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They ain't gonna be thinking about you. They gonna be thinking about their survival.
Exactly.
Not yours.
You think niggas gonna be
So
thinking
you gotta
about
put that in
vagina?
perspective.
Hell no. All them fucking Instagram models and all these hoes running around here teasing the shit out of you are now gonna get out the fantasy world and they're gonna run and hide. Are you gonna be man enough to stop acting like
They
a
absolutely
sissy
don't care.
and fight?
Truly been a major concern for months since that October 7th attack. Steve Ganyard for us, thank you so much. Let's bring in ABC's senior Pentagon reporter, Louis Martinez. Louis, I know that you've got a lot of sources on this and you've been confirming much of this information throughout the evening. What more are you learning tonight? And have we heard any update on whether any of these projectiles from Iran have actually landed and done any damage in Israel?
It's unclear exactly if from U.S. sources, if officially yet, whether something's actually landed inside Israel. What we are hearing from U.S. officials is that United States forces in the region are shooting down whatever drones or missiles may be headed towards Israel if they're capable. You spoke earlier about exactly about additional assets being sent into the region. We are aware that 2 U.S. Navy destroyers are in the region, but I think that's more for long distance intercepts. But we do know that the United States does have in both Iraq and Jordan some air defense systems, and it appears that at least some of those air defense systems were boosted in advance of this Iranian retaliation. And so therefore, one can assume that those missile systems have been used now to bring down at least some of these Iranian drones and missiles that have been headed towards Israel.
And Louis, we know that the U.S. added additional assets into the region. Can you talk more about that? And are we talking about potentially, like boots on the ground, not necessarily on the ground, but on battleships and whatnot throughout the region?
That's right. Not inside Israel proper. We are talking outside of Israel. That's where U.S. forces are located. We know that there are 2,500 U.S. forces inside Iraq, that there's about 900 that are inside of Syria, but there is also a sizable component inside of Jordan. And so those locations do have air defense systems already. So it's very likely that these air defense systems were boosted in advance of this retaliatory strike. In fact, we were told that the U.S. was sending more personnel to the ground there in the region, as well as air assets, so that means aviation aircraft, and also naval, and that's those 2 destroyers that we're talking about that are located in the Eastern Mediterranean. And what they do is they have the capability of shooting down both long-distance incoming missiles and shorter-range missiles. But I think as we're talking about U.S. forces shooting down these drones and missiles on their way to Israel, I think one can assume it's those shorter distance systems that the United States employs when it tries to shoot down anything that's incoming towards their bases.
And Louis, can I pick up on something that Steve mentioned there? I know we got to confirm that there were drones and missiles, but we were talking about the ballistic missile system that Iran has. Do we have any confirmation that they've launched any of those yet towards Israel?
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Get the new iPhone 15.
Oh, God, this.
Once he said iPhone, it was all over.
Speaking to it, but again, this is a developing situation, and one of the things that we've been told, as per Martha Radz's reporting, is that overall the U.S. is anticipating somewhere between 400 and 500 drones and missiles being launched at Israel. That means this is going to take some time. So potentially some of those longer range, if faster moving ballistic missiles could be used. But no, I don't have anything yet from any officials I'm talking to right now. If anything, we're talking about the cruise missiles that have been launched. And we should point out that even though it is a missile, cruise missiles do take some time to get to their targets as well. They are not as fast moving as ballistic missiles, which take a much faster, shorter time to get to a location because they go up higher in the air and then they strike at their targets.
Louis Martinez.
That's why I told you they haven't shot those yet. See, shooting it from your country, those drone missiles they have to travel 700 miles.
Here goes white supremacy.
They're 700 miles away from each other.
Here goes white
So
supremacy.
they got to travel over 700 miles. So you got plenty of time to get there. They travel slower. and they have to cover 700 miles, which takes some time for them to get there.
Did you see it?
A ballistic missile can cover that real fast.
They track
700 miles is not a lot of time to get that ballistic missile.
Presence be felt.
So they're gonna go after their defense systems.
Yeah, undercover and
overwhelming them with the drones. They could rain down
racing his ass off. You think that cop pulled them over? Hell no.
And drain their system out. Because they know some are going to get through. Well, it's all about how you roll.
Trust your bitch ass.
Oh, Key One, letting it be known. Well, I want to see all of y'all on the Patreon, on the Casino for Life Patreon. So I'm finna go update the Patreon right now. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HDI TV. All y'all in the chat, thank y'all for showing up, everybody.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to give y'all excuse me, I wanted to give you all an opportunity to hear about what's really going on in the real world. That we are dealing with a possibility of a long-term shutdown of supply and demand of goods. And a real war, not a fake war, but a real war that's based upon a lot of things. But see, the sad part is that that area they're used to war. If it really does pop off, it's gonna be a long drought. It's going to be a long drought. We might really see some disturbances here in America for the first time in our life, or your life, or in history that's never been done. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just telling you, while we having a good time looking around through social media and playing these I live in my own world, all your basic needs are going to be stopped. So how are you going to survive? When you ain't got no soap, you don't have no water, you don't have no food, and for a long period of time, you have to barter, negotiate, stand in long lines and wait for things to come. And once that change happens, because people will be price gouging, moving around the world where we no longer have normalcy, seeing death in front of your eyes and disturbances, I cannot say to you how we should respond, but I think it's a time when we should start waking up and taking shit seriously. And my feed to you all is not able to be heard, I will repeat another time. I don't have time to keep saying shit over and over and over. That's a technique that I'm not concerned about doing. A lot of people, when they communicate, think that that's something that's special. In my walk of life, if you ain't heard it the first time, then you're not fucking listening. I'm in the trap for life. Almost lost my fucking life. I just want to let you all know that I'm in tune with the know. Being in the understanding that we could possibly be physically drawn into a serious war. And to deplete the weapons does not stop a war. Matter of fact, it makes it worse, because you have to try to find a way to get more artillery. You can't just demolish everything and think it's over with. That's not how it works. I know this could be quite boring, but you need to know where you at in life. This ain't about no fake hip-hop shit. It's about real life. I'm in the trap for life. That'll be the trap god, the rap god. We're in these Texas streets. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I will say this. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, going to the west side of Fort Worth. Trap God, rap God, simply the best. I think it's about that music. Y'all more than welcome. I can't wait to get to where I'm at so I can tell y'all that you all are more than welcome to ask me questions. So I can have things to respond to you all about. It's not just about me talking. I would love to interact with you. But I know from what I'm seeing, the gods are sending people my way finally. So I gotta sharpen up and get on my A game. I've been ready for this shit. But I ain't no one to be played with. Fuck all that Hollywood. Fuck all that being something that somebody else wants me to be. I'm not interested in none of that shit. I got a Cash App. If you really cared about me, anybody on this earth, you would have already sent me some money. So, fuck your bags. Sit down and talk with me. Let me come and visit you. We can do some work together. I want to support your platform. I've been here the whole time. What the fuck more do you need? I've been here the whole time. What the fuck more do you need? You want to smell me, you want to feel me, you want to... I've had a whole United States government and its entities hold me down. What fucking more do you need to know? Hello. How slow does this bus go? My mind? Oh, they cancel you out. They say you got problems. They talk about anybody, nigga. Anybody. Until you somebody. That somebody who's in a position of power knows. And they have validation and approval for you, that motherfuckers don't take you serious. Weirdos are being taken serious now. Ain't that something to be said? They ran out of room. They let the homosexual community go first, and now they're letting the weirdos of rap go first. Oh my God, we gotta get back to the adults in the room. Come on, Tariq Nasheed, put your movie out. Put your movie out. Come on, Jason Black, put your movie out. Let's talk about this real hip hop. We need a self-destruction done again. We don't need no more hoochie mamas showing their vaginas and assholes all over the screen. We don't need no more of that shit. Say no motherfucker. Salute, what's up? Hello. I got a wrench for you. You're now a moderator. Welcome. I can't see your name, so let me see. Might be a troll. Let me see. G-E-M-R, right? Jimar. Okay, well, you got a wrench. Hello. I'm in these streets of Texas. We're on the other side of town now. We consider we're in the thorough. We're in the mud. This is where it's all the foundation. And the reason why I'm not hiding anymore, ain't nowhere to hide. It ain't no fucking where to go. The people around me are you my brother's keeper. We are only as strong as our weakest link. You don't know, they know me. They watch me. Everywhere I go, they think they control me. Like they think they control you. They can come, you see this vehicle next to me? You could have undercovers in there right now, watching me, monitoring me. That's because they jealous. They don't give a fuck about you as long as you're in line, but when you matter, all of a sudden, all of the bells and whistles come out. Everything that was supposed to be yours is now given to you abundantly because you running into different circles, ruffling other motherfuckers' feathers. Your voice is being heard. Motherfuckers are listening and paying attention. Well, oh my God, there he goes. Oh my God, there he or she goes. And what's gonna come to you is hate and jealousy and lust first. And even with your longevity of everything you do, they're gonna hit you like a LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Ali or Mike Tyson. They'll always tell you, you ain't good enough. You ain't good enough. What have you done for me lately? Can you perform when it's time to perform? Keep your head on a swivel, because everybody's watching. And follow you in real time, undercover. Or sometimes they don't even give a fuck. It's the trap god, the rap god. I'm getting gas. Don't worry about it. I got everything you need. Just be patient. Be patient. It'll come to you. If not, move around. White folks are slick, man. They come around dressed in all kind of fraudulent shit to smell your asshole. To set you up. Shut the fuck up. Let me let y'all see what I'm doing. I mean, I know y'all know what I'm doing. They're haters, man. I'm getting gas, okay? Let me throw this junk out. I always throw this shit back here because I can't put it nowhere. I need a trash can. Before I even make a power move, I gotta spend money, so you gotta have money to spend money. How much money did I spend already? $38. Almost $40 fucking dollars, and I ain't even did shit. So whatever you make, you gotta understand, if you already putting out numbers like that, you gotta take that into account. Did I give you a wrench? Oh yeah, I gave you a wrench. You just didn't you didn't respond afterwards. So this is money making, nigga. So whatever I make from here on, which I've already made money this morning, it already came through. So it don't matter. Look at that. See? And we got a receipt. Business tax write-off. Now what we talking about, they're gonna get a car wash real quick. Welcome to my trap. Okay? Live the life of the trap guy. We're gonna get into some shit, bro. You're gonna love my channel, cause I'm van life. Let me tell y'all about me. I'm van life. I go anywhere in America inside of my vehicle and do what I gotta do. I want to tell you about some of the people that I watch. I watch Willie D. Willie D. I watch him. He got the Trapper on there. He's a real estate agent. He's real good, a black man. He came from humble beginnings and he made himself into somebody. Check him out if y'all get a chance. All black social media platforms. Y'all know I watch that shit when I can. Okay, I got this shit. I gotta clean all this up. I ain't gonna worry about all that. We'll leave that there. So let's get to the trap. I did my charity work on this side of town. I helped niggas out, and they treated me like shit because of that diversity shit. They had a black woman running the building who was on that Black Lives Matter crap, which was a bunch of fucking lies. You know, I'm not trying to be in the politics of how you live your life, but at the same time, all of that is about non-reproductive. And I'm a heterosexual male, so it really don't involve me. And I'm not a person who goes out here beating on people who are homosexuals or whatever alphabet letter, self-identifying people. I just am not involved in that world. So you can't bully me into paying attention to their communication. Because I don't want to know about it. It ruffles my feathers to be around that shit. I want to throw up. You think I hang around white supremacy? Fuck no. And I don't hang around people who are not. I get away from that shit. So we couldn't see eye to eye. I promise you. She ain't want to look at me in my eyes. And then they tell you out their mouth, no, everybody likes you. I don't understand where this is coming from. And you can't even look me in my eyes with you intimidated, but when a white man comes up there, you all look at him in his eyes and respected him easily. Oh, I see you tap dancing and every fucking thing. Oh, I see the whole, it is a shame that I had to tell them that shit. To their face. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and walk around trying to figure out how to survive. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck it is. Is it gonna rain today? I don't know. Let me go ahead and vacuum my car out real quick. Get something to eat here in a minute and sit down in the trap and fuck with y'all. So if you ain't, if you know who I am, then you know who I am. If you don't, you don't. Let me see what he's doing. Are y'all open? Okay, thank you. 10 minutes. Let me see, what do I want? I was going to use this to vacuum after I wash my car. Vacuum. Okay. I'm going to help y'all understand, man. I'm thorough as a motherfucker, man. Matter of fact, I'm at the point where I'm so disgusted that I can give a fuck less. I'm going to show y'all where I used to fucking work. While I'm over here, I really don't care. I really seriously don't give a fuck no more about what y'all think about. Y'all just gonna make me better. Where I get my money at, see, that's where the white folks try to stop you. Or anybody tries to stop you. They get jealous. See, I'm a man. I'm up. While y'all sitting around scratching your nuts and balls, and might get you 2 or 3 taps of that coochie, or smoking that weed, or drinking again, or going to church. I don't know what you're doing. I'm in these trap streets. Let me reintroduce you to me, the trap god, the rap god. And we ain't going over here but nothing for a hot second. We ain't doing nothing. We just gonna circle the block. I'm in the trap for life. Almost lost my fucking life. Almost lost my fucking life. That car looks familiar over there. That gray Ford. If it got pink license plates, I definitely know who that is. I almost lost my fucking life. They know who I am, man. I always say that shit because we in Fort Worth. We on right here is a trap house. We got plenty of them over here. It's what, a halfway house, but it's a trap house. Right there, it's a halfway house, but it's a trap. Oh, they went and kicked everybody out of there. Yeah. It's where I used to work for 4 years. Right here. Right here. I put my life on the line on this motherfucker right here for 4 fucking years and get no thanks. 4 fucking years, I was thorough right here. Right here, nigga. Right around the corner from where I'm going. 4 years of bullshit right here. Putting in work, helping youth that live, and I see them every single day and they ain't doing shit with their fucking life. There you go. That car right there. I know who that is. Right the fuck here. And I'm getting up off these grounds. I just wanted to ride around it while I'm over here. Right the fuck here. This back door right here is very significant. Right here. Get the fuck out of here now. Yeah. We in the trap streets. I ain't going that way. I'm the trap guy, the rap guy, simply the best. What's going on, homie? What it's all about, dog. A lot of memories, man. When I come on this side of town, a lot of memories. All a waste of time. Because politics rules everything, man. For real. I actually cried when I left that building because I had to put closure to it, and there's certain kids that deserve an education, and they don't deserve to be treated like shit and scared because other kids are acting a fool. They would tell me, thank you. I'm only human. But sometimes you get wrapped up in this shit and you don't even know why. Fuck. I just thought about something. Oh well. Beauty, EOS. This shit will be here when we die, man. Believe me. When we're gone, all this shit will still be here. All of it. What a burger. Fries. that what I want? Yeah, we'll get it, William. I gotta start this over a little later. I mean, a moment here. Nah, I ain't gonna fuck with that. I'm gonna go over here. You gotta watch you. It be nasty, dude. Employees go outside smoking cigarettes and vaping and all on their cell phone, digging their nose and their hair, and they come back in and some of them don't even wash their fucking hands. Digging all up their nose. Oh, this ain't up yet. What? What? I'll go get something here in a minute. Matter of fact, let's see. This shit ain't open, man. Ain't nobody over here. Ain't nobody in there, because there ain't no cars out here, so I don't know what he waiting on. It's a magical person in that bitch. Little thick white girl. Let me go back over here. Wash my shit. I'll come back later. Yeah, I appreciate y'all riding with me, the Trap Guy. Vacuum my vehicle out. Take it to the car wash. I could go on a run and do some work. Give y'all some more content. If I wanted to do a U-Haul run, or maybe Walmart run, make $100 real quick. I'll check it out here in a minute. Let's see if the vacuums are working. They ain't on yet. Fuck I'll come back later. All right, man. Let me go ahead and get up off here because it's too long. I'll make a new video. Yep, I'll come back.